Hey guys, welcome to another video with Champ, this beautiful sweet horse. First of all, really want to thank you all for the really good feedback and all the sweet messages, and also I read all the comments, so it's also very nice to hear all your positive kind of ideas or suggestions. As I mentioned, he has been checked a lot by different vets, also chiropractors and everything. But of course, when it's necessary or needed, they will look into things more, because it's always very important to make sure your horse is healthy. But I also think a lot of the movement things that you could see that maybe was a bit more stiff, or some things were a bit more difficult, can also come when your horse is very tense or has issues. He might not really be able to use their body in the right way. So we're also just going to see if we can find more relaxation in his body, and then I think a lot of the kind of problems you're seeing will also fade away. Then a few more things I also saw in the comments was about the paddock, that it's a small space, if he could move more. The owner Anouk also makes sure he gets movement, so he will be in this, we're now in kind of the lunch yard. It's quite a big one, but he gets put out there as well, so he can stretch his legs a bit more. Only in the Netherlands. Now it's a beautiful day, but last time, as you saw, was also bad weather, and sometimes when it's wet the fields get very wet, so in the summer of course they have like a lot of space. And then another thing is about the feed. He doesn't get any really hard feed, he only gets the things he needs, but nothing to give him more energy. Let me think if there was anything else that I wanted to give feedback on. I think that was mostly it. In this video I'm going to show you what we're up to. We're not doing anything too crazy yet. We're kind of doing still the basics. This is I think the fourth time that I'm here. Went 2 or 3 times after the first video, and he is doing quite good. Today we're going to work him here first free, do some stuff to find a really good connection. Then I brought some other objects to see if he can find relaxation when things get a bit more difficult. And one other thing I saw in the comments was to get a horse psychic, the one that you also probably saw with Matt. Communicate with the horse to see if there were any issues. And I think it was actually a pretty good idea. So I'm going to see if I can arrange this, and maybe that could be interesting too. I have no idea how he will be today. I'm just going to let him free and we're going to go from there. But before we start, I just wanted to show you a few clips from the past sessions, so you really know what happened, and not just like from one day to the other that maybe things are different. I worked with him in the arena, did some things before what I did in the first session. Then I had this stick with the kind of flag on it, just to see how he would react when things are a little bit different, and to hopefully be able to teach him that he can relax when things get a bit harder, or at least that we get to know each other a bit better as well. As you can see, it's still a bit difficult. I will work on that in this session too, and hopefully we'll get better and better. But I really like him, and I really think once he understands that he can kind of communicate better, or he can kind of understand everything a bit more, hopefully in a really positive way, I really think he will change a lot. So we're really gonna try for this. Then here in the next session, I worked with him first free in the lunch yard, just to see if I could kind of connect with him, see how he would be. Just do some trot, walk, canter, a little bit of everything, some turns, and then asking if he wants to come towards me, see if he wants to follow me. These kind of things, just really no expectations at all, just trying to like get to know each other. Then again, we did with some objects. As you can see, he is really trying. Sometimes he's even shaking a bit from it, because he just doesn't really know how to handle it too well. He might be big, but that doesn't say anything. I just did a few fun extra things, a little bit of everything, and hopefully getting to know each other more and more, and building his confidence as well. Then what I really like to do is just ask little things, and in that way it's kind of easier to keep it positive, and for him and me to understand each other better and to grow together as well. You can also really see that when he gets frustrated or he doesn't really know what to do, he like starts kicking a bit to it. But that's really not a problem. I'm glad that he's showing how he's feeling, and I'm sure that will get less and less in time. Then I was really happy with a few relaxation moments, and then we kind of end that session. And now we are up to the rest of the video for today. Hopefully you enjoy. Oh, and I have to be honest, I already filmed part of the next video, and he is doing pretty good, so I can't wait to show you. Yeah. And I think what's always really important when we start with the horse, to really realize they might show some difficult things that we don't really like to see, but I really think it's about understanding each other, and for him also to know when we're asking something, he doesn't have to be too extreme. He can react, always can react, but it doesn't have to be too crazy. Okay, so now I have him loose. And for me, once again, as I said before, it's really not about him getting tired or kind of basically lunging him. It's just about me, when I ask something, that he reacts to me, that he looks at me. The only things I want to be doing is kind of seeing if I ask him to go a bit fast or a bit slower or come to the inside, that will happen. Okay. And I always try with a really small sign first. And then when he doesn't react, I need to try to see if I can get it a bit more focused on me. Good boy. And one thing that is really important but also difficult for me is to not make too many different signs. Good boy. Good boy. And it's also a good way for him. See, in here it doesn't really matter, he's going the other way. But I just try to ask him to go this way again. Yeah, good boy. And also when he gets distracted, like he can look at other things, but I kind of want to get the attention back again. Then I walk backwards. Ooh, good. And now you see he kind of reacts fast, but it's not fully relaxed yet. Showing off some moves. Good boy. And I actually, for example, to know if he's focused. Yeah, see, I almost have to do nothing. And that he canters now, well, like with his hind a bit different, that's not a problem. Yeah, good boy. There you could also see, because some people were talking about him kicking, that it could be neurological, which I'm not saying it can't be, but he's also kind of just telling out of frustration or out of what he doesn't like, that's not really what he likes, and then he just kind of kicks. Good boy. And I actually want him, when he turns, that he can turn also to the inside instead of to the outside. And I've been also doing a lot of research myself, because I've done some things with horses like him. But it's always good to really learn, and I really like my friend Yvette from Featherlight, and she has a lot of knowledge, so good. I really try to follow some of her guidance. Yeah, good boy. See there, you turn to the inside. Then I have to be a bit more clear. Then you get a big reaction. He just needs to learn to focus and everything will be okay. There, the dog will help. It's so good when these things happen. Then I get him his reaction again to try to stop him from going too crazy. Yeah, good boy. And all these things are good when they happen. Then he's trying to challenge the dog. And then I have to get the focus on me again. Yeah, good boy. Ooh. And he's not fully sure. Yeah, good. I don't have a connection with him at all, but it's also that the dog isn't really helping. But it's all good. Come on. Yeah. Okay, and then he needs to learn that he can relate on us. Yeah. Try to stop him from challenging the dog. Just making sure that he doesn't go like over and over with all of his things. Also a little moment of just thinking, yeah, oh, good boy. See if he wants to connect with me. Yeah, good boy. So for him to choose not to react on all the things on the outside. Just, oh, what am I doing here? Yeah, good boy. Oh, good boy. Good boy. See if he... Yeah, see there he turns nicely to the inside. Right. Good. And as I said, it doesn't matter at all when these things happen. Ah. Hey. Good. Boy. Heel goed. Good boy. Good. And there he finds it for a bit. There's something on the ground. Good boy. Yeah. Good. And the best is when you kind of get that moment where you only have to think about what you want to ask. And there he made a nice speed up when I asked. I always try to see it a bit as a magnet. If you want your horse to come, you kind of have to get that feeling, just as when a magnet kind of gets that feeling, and then you pull the other way. So if I want him to come to me, the more I really like go towards him, I kind of push him away as well. And here all the scratching he kind of needs to learn, and I need to figure out if it's really itchy for him, because he is quite itchy, or if it's just a way for him. So then here we have to practice lots of times till that gets better. Then we're going to do the next step for what I've done a little bit. So as you could see in the first video was when I just asked him to relax or make a small circle. That was already very hard for him. And I think that is also what we could see in his body, that of course things in his body were difficult, but I think a lot of it came from him not really knowing how to relax, and when you're very tense it's very hard to make a relaxed circle. Yeah, so him just to move, as you can see, with the hind legs as well. Good. Yeah. Good. Yeah, good boy. Good. Great, so good boy. Yeah. Turn to the other side. Yeah. So just that I can ask here, that he can walk. I can try to see if he can go a bit bigger, like make the circle bigger or smaller, without like him really tensing up in his body. Yeah, good. And also for him to know that the question I ask is not something he should get stressed about. He is kind of tensed. Yeah. Okay, good boy. And I try to always stop on the moment when he does relax a little bit. Put his head down a little bit. Yeah. Okay, good boy. Don't need my boots. Yeah, good boy. So now what I'm doing is I have a few different things. For example, there's just a whip with some funny things on it. I always, when I was younger, I always thought like, oh, it's a bit crazy when people do these things. But it's really, now I've learned it's really to help the horse. It's really not about him not being scared of this anymore, because if he sees this often enough, he won't be scared of it anymore. It's just about like him even being able to show when he is a bit nervous for something or uncomfortable, but that he knows that he can kind of get supple and soft. And I think when we're riding him and something happens and he gets very tensed and we can't even help him on the ground to be kind of soft and learn to relax through it, then it's definitely not going to work out when we're riding. So we have to do all these things. So now I'm just only going to see if I can kind of get him to react a bit more calm, make sure when he gets nervous that he learns to let that go, and then it will also be a lot easier when we start to ride. First just go here to see where he's comfortable. Yeah, you see his whole body shake a little bit. Good boy. And then I try to find a moment where he deals with it well. Good. And then I take it away. You can see his face. He's like, all right, I don't like this. Good boy. Yeah. And now I've done this already before. As you could see, the first reactions were a bit more, yeah. And just, good boy. Just the same thing. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Good, so. And even like this, we can use it here as well to see if he can stay soft. Yeah. Ooh, and to the inside. Good. Good boy, easy. You really need to see if he does it in a nice and calm way. Good boy, it's a lot better. That was a bit too much again, which is not a problem. Try to tell him again. Shh. And put it on the other side to kind of stop him. Yeah. Good. I don't want him to block for it and just act like it's not there. Really needs to know what's happening. As you can see, there's a lot of different meanings. Like I can use it also to help him to explain I want him to back up. But I can also just not mean anything with it. Yeah. Ooh, good boy. Just trying to looking away for it a bit. And I just want to see a bit of a change where they relaxed a bit more. Take it away. Good boy. Doing it while moving. Yeah, to see if he can move with it. So just again, follow kind of what we mean, even when it's a bit harder with this crazy thing. And for me it's also really searching still how to do it, what the right moments are. You can only learn by trying and seeing his reaction as well. And of course here I have to also be careful that he doesn't want to kick towards the thing that he doesn't like. If he goes too fast, I kind of just stop him till we find that moment again that he learns, okay, I can do this, yeah. There's maybe really small things, I don't even know if you can see them well on camera. And I still need to learn to see them really well. But moments where he is just doing it all very relaxed, and he is also doing it in a way that even when things are difficult, then later he finds them a bit easier. Yeah, that is the moment that's really good. Good. Yeah. Good boy. So this is another thing, a bit longer. Can also use the other side. It's actually not mine. I was filming with somebody for Horsewell TV that does a lot of horse training, and she forgot it at our place. So thank you for letting me borrow it. When you want it back, just let me know. Whew, good boy. Let's introduce him. And with this one, for example, also I think with horses that can react when you touch the legs, you can really good get there. Yeah. You do really see a clear difference in the left and the right side. Yeah. Good boy. And here again, he's not relaxing at all. It's just a sticky. I'm gonna see if we can get him to find relaxing in the moving. Yeah. But these are all things I'm also still learning. Good. And you don't want a horse that doesn't do anything at all, of course. I mean, it's sometimes nice, but you don't want him to just zone out and not do anything. That's really not the goal here. Good. Just want to find a bit more. Yeah. And there you could also see, he was also a bit big for me. Woo. But that he was kind of zoning out, and then when it got too close he couldn't do it anymore. Good. And then you just keep going to see if you can build it up a little bit, learning something from it, and that he can feel better. Yeah. Good. That's already what I thought is going to happen. And we're just going to see again what we did before. You can get some small movements here, so not tension. We go back again to the beginning. Good. Good boy. Oh, good. Okay, so that's really good. As you can see, there's still a lot we need to do, and also still a lot for me to learn, but I'm gonna keep doing practice research and everything. But I think he's already making some steps for him. Gonna get him loose for a second. Hey, really good boy. And then it's always important to end it in a really good way. And just little steps. We have our time, we're gonna take the time. And I think this is really good. But thank you so much for watching again. And once again, thank you so much for all the feedback on the other video as well. Let me know what you would like to see too. Of course, we're going to do our normal things that we have in mind and that he will show us that we need to do. And maybe along the way, actually, we can teach him some fun and cute tricks as well. Because I always feel like when you do trick training, at least for myself with all the horses that I had some issues with, it really helps to open up the mind, think positive, because that's really the main thing that we want right now. Is for him to get a positive and open mindset. But if you have anything in particular, let me know. And if you like the horse psychic to come, also let us know. Then we're going to see if we can arrange it and to see what this big one has to tell us. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video too. Bye bye. Just to serve him from all his wishes, we're just going to end this session with a big scratching session, and then we're even. Yeah. It's like a dinosaur.